Hello everyone and welcome to another virtual pet review video. In this video I'm going to be reviewing the Twistetchi and I'm also going to be starting up another character on it. So this is the departure scene, which is what happens when you let your Tamagotchi character sulk for too long, which is what it's called on the Twistetchi, and it's basically the Twistetchi's version of death. So the Twistetchi, as I mentioned in my unboxing video, is the Twisted Wonderland collaboration with the Tamagotchi Nano series, and it basically just has like humanized characters from the Disney series from that Twisted Wonderland game, which I haven't played. I believe it's on the phone. I probably should. It looks kind of fun. Anyway, so my first one that I got was apparently a character called Floyd, who is the humanized version of Flotsam from The Little Mermaid. So that's pretty cute. Anyway, so we'll start up a new character or what have you. And we're back at the school. So this Twisted Wonderland story kind of reminds me a little bit of Harry Potter. You basically are a student at the school, and when you sulk for too long and you depart, it's sort of like you getting expelled by the headmaster. And further on the point that reminds me a little bit of Harry Potter, or I guess a little bit of schooling in general, is that after a day, you get your student character, which in my case was Floyd, and then a few days after that, you get sorted into a particular house. And that's my understanding of it. However, this character, whose name is Grim, is kind of just like a naughty little cat guy, and he actually stays around when you have the humanized character. So the poo cleaning functionality on this Tamagotchi Nano is that Grim will start spreading fire, so instead of a poo it'll be a little fireball, and you basically have to clean that up. And after the first day, when you get your student, Grim is still hanging out on the screen, he's still spreading fire, and he is still the one that you get to see when you're on the feeding and looking after portion of the game. So Grim kind of sticks around, so I guess Grim is kind of your familiar in a way, like you're looking after this little demon cat friend for the duration of raising a character on this Tamagotchi, which is fairly neat. Another neat thing is that at certain times throughout the day, you will have certain events, so it's a lot like the Avachi and all the other Tamagotchi Nanos, like the Demon Slayer one and the Extalachi, so they all have these events, but this one I feel like has more events. Like I feel like they're a little bit more frequent than the other Tamagotchi Nanos. And we've got some pretty cool games as well. We've got like Magical History, which I've already played these in the unboxing video, but I may as well play them again. So the Magic History game is my favorite of all the games, which is the easiest, which is just you press buttons and you have to make sure that you press them in the correct order, and you press the correct buttons, and you also press them quickly. So it's like a quick time event, but you have to make sure you press the right button. I guess it is exactly a quick time event. And I almost pressed B there. Haha, you almost got me, game. So it's fairly easy to do a perfect run on that one. And then the other game is Alchemy Renkin. So that one is, I believe, the button mashing one, I think. Yeah. So this one is my other favorite game because it requires very little like effort from me, and it's just a button mashing game. There's no trick to it. It is exceptionally easy to perfect this one because it's just a matter of button mashing, and you can't really mess that up too much. So as per all the Tamagotchi Nanos, the character that you get is dependent on the care as well as how often you play games, how many games you play, and how well you do at those games. So, and which games obviously that you play. Maybe if you play all of one game, you get a character, and then you play all of the other game, you get a different character. And if you play a mixture of both, you get a different character from those. So that's sort of how they work out which character you get, and that's nothing new to the Tamagotchi Nano collaborations. They're all pretty much like that, which means that I'm going to give it a fairly standard review of the Tamagotchi Nanos, because more or less they're all the same but with different characters. The games are sort of the same as all the Tamagotchi Nanos. They also have like the same roster, about like 5 or 6 games that they just all share. And that's fine, I don't mind that, especially because they're not super boring and they're not super long. And and they're not like super complicated. I need to put my brain into it, which, if I'm playing a Tamagotchi, I kind of don't want to think. I think for my day job. I don't want to think when I play these games. So I am very happy when it's just button mashing, or it's one or two buttons are going to show up and you're going to have to press them. That's my favorite. Anyway, so we have this little cat guy, and in 24 hours I'll have a character from the show that it's like a humanized version of one of the Disney characters. So I'm hoping for Scar, because I like Scar. And Scar Punk, as in the music genre, but also Scar, the Disney character from The Lion King, of course. So yeah, that's basically all there is for the Twistetchi. I also do like how it came in this really nice box, which I showed off in the unboxing video. Like, it is just really nice. It's not the standard case, sort of with the plastic packaging that the Nanos come in. This really fancy box that almost looks like a jewelry box. And also it's pretty nice that it comes with this little charm that you attach to the keychain on the Tamagotchi Nano, and you can attach it to anything else. You could attach it to a necklace if you wanted to. And that's like a nice little feature, and each shell has, because it's a different Lion King, like there's a Lion King one, this one is Aladdin, but it's a different like Disney movie. So there's like The Little Mermaid, The Lion King, Aladdin, which I said, I can't remember the other ones, but there's a few of them. So each shell is based on a Disney Channel movie, just Disney movie in general. No, there's no High School Musical one, just the animated movies. So that's pretty cool, and of course you get that charm which comes with it. And that's a fairly nice little additional extra that you get that the other Tamagotchis don't have. And again, the box is really nice. In terms of my rating, I'm going to have to obviously give it a 10 in terms of ease of use. It is a Nano, and they are all exceptionally easy. You can get the perfect care character with barely touching it, and they will only like die if you leave them alone for like a day or more than a day. So they're fairly forgiving if you work full time and don't really have time to consistently check your Tamagotchi. Like, for example, it's like the opposite of the Umino Tamagotchi, which requires you to like have it sitting on your desk so you're always looking at the screen, so you can always see and quickly grab it whenever it needs you. It's not like that. You can kind of just put it in your pocket or far away on the desk and then do your work and then check it maybe like every hour or so. And of course, I mean, there's positives to having it on and near you all the time. You get to catch those super cute events, which it makes a sound whenever there's an event, and the speakers on this are very, very good. It is so exceptionally loud for such a tiny little thing. It makes so much noise, and same with all the Tamagotchi Nanos. So that's pretty cool if you do actually pay attention. So that's like a little incentive to actually pay attention to it. But otherwise, if you don't really care about the events, you can kind of just leave it to the side and just like do your work or something, and then check on it every like hour or so and say, hey, he pooped, or well, rather he started spreading fire, which is the poop on this. But anyway, so yeah, so 10 out of 10 for ease of use. It's the same as all the Tamagotchi Nanos. You don't really have to dedicate too much time to it if you have a busy life. I recommend any Tamagotchi Nano really, except for maybe like the earlier on ones I feel like require a little bit more, but still, they're all pretty easy. I guess the Hello Kitty one maybe is a little bit No, I think the Hello Kitty one is just the boring one because I don't know why. It's compared to all the other ones, the Hello Kitty one's boring. But if you want to hear my thoughts on that, I've already done a review on that. But anyway, so yeah, ease of use 10 out of 10. In terms of enjoyment, 9 out of 10. Again, it's fairly enjoyable. I try to reserve the 10 out of 10s for like the absolute best ones, but most of the time I would say that the Tamagotchi Nanos are probably the most I enjoy them, even if they are a bit simple. But a lot of them do have pretty huge rosters. Like the Twistetchi also has a huge roster, and this one has a pretty big roster too, and different uniforms that your character will wear depending on what house it gets sorted in. So that's pretty cool. But anyway, so that's basically all my thoughts on the Twistetchi. Do I recommend it? Yes, it's easier to get your hands on than the Twistetchi, but a little harder to get your hands on than, say, the Avachi or the Demon Slayer one. So yes, I would recommend it because look at this box. Like, the Twistetchi doesn't come with a box. The Twistetchi just comes in a normal, like, I think it's called like a blister packet sort of thing. This one comes with a box and a charm. That's so neat. Like, honestly, I kind of just only wanted one, but if I had to get every single shell of a Tamagotchi Nano, it would be the Twistetchi, just because, like, I don't know, I like that charm. I'm a big sucker for these sort of things. But, yes, that's basically my thoughts on the Twistetchi. Big fan, as you can probably tell. And, yeah, so thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!